Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. We are discussing President President Muhammadu Buhari's recent comments concerning Nigerian youths and the economy. And standing by with us is Mr. Wale Alake, Director of Planning and Strategy for the Yoruba Youths Congress, YYC, and Mr. Abu, a member of the All Progressives Congress. We were starting off, we were actually concluding where you were discussing your thoughts about the president's comments, and I want you to conclude that.
Yes. Like I said, in the South-South, you have amnesty program going on, and I mean, you have a lot of youth who are on it, who the government spend billions of naira monthly to see that their upkeep is well taken care of. Then you have also in the North, where you have the Almajiri School and all the rest of, programs that the government is running for young people. So when we say the president says a few or some Nigerian youths depend on or wait for the government to do things for them, I think it is wrong for people to just jump into conclusion that the president has made a statement that is not favorable to the youths, or the president has generally called the youths lazy people.
Mr. Alake, you represent a youth organization, and I know you have an opinion concerning this matter. What are your thoughts about the president's comments and about the response of Mr. Abu?
Well, I want to agree with him, but not totally. Right now, 2019 is around the corner, and the environment in Nigeria is charged politically. And that, for me, suggests that, leaders should be careful with what they say. Because we are dealing with a Nigerian populace that is predominantly illiterate. And the few that are literate, we still have educated illiterates. So a little thing can throw us into a frenzy. So for me, as much as I will not agree that it was right to say the youth want free food, they want free housing, they want free this and free that for nothing, as much as I will not agree with that, I think for YYC we can absorb the president. We can give him a pardon because, well, I'm from the Yoruba part of the country, and we have culture. We don't castigate or insult our elders, even when we are not happy with what they say. If a little boy has a muco in his nostrils, you can give him a knock on the head and say, go and clean your nose. But if it's an elderly person, you find a mild way of saying, excuse me, you have a stain, because it's an elderly person. And by every strength, President Muhammadu Buhari is an elderly person. So because of that, we will not be able to say, come hard on him.
No, but the culture doesn't stop you from telling the truth. So I just want to ask you, if you look at what these comments may mean potentially, if for an investor, if you're listening to the president's comments and you don't know the people of the country, the way that they think, the way that they conduct themselves, do you think it could have a negative impact on potential investment in Nigeria? Of
course. That's why I said I would not agree that the statement he made was right. This statement is unfortunate. But again, I'm trying to absorb him on several grounds. We in the YYC, we are trying to give a pardon on several grounds. Another ground is substance over form. There are times what you intend to say, you bring it up in a form that will not go down well with the people. But let's not look at the form now. Let's look at the substance. For me, the substance will be that the expectations of the youth, they are not attainable. Therefore, they should rise up. They should be more, vibrant. They should be more energetic and then be ready to put in their own quota. But then you ask a question again. What opportunity has been given to the youth in this administration? What is the percentage of it? Because we have a lot of vibrant youths in this country. Youths that are very articulate. But what opportunities have you given to them to be able to prove their worth? And when you go to the international community to say something that looks like you are bringing down your youth. To me, you are reporting yourself. If my kids are not doing fine, whose fault?
But Mr. Alake, when you look at kind of the other side, the contrasting opinion, some people have heard these same comments, and they've said that, not only did the president not say directly that the youths are lazy, but they've also said that, look, he's referring to a segment of the population that has seen their father's generation jump into very quick money, and that there's, because of the kind of corruption we've seen and quick cash we've seen flying around, that there is an entitlement syndrome amongst the youth generation, making them, lazy, as it were. What are your thoughts about that? Is there any kind of truth to his statement, even if you agree that it's not the best to say it on the stage he said it at?
Well, I do not agree with his statement.
Okay.
I do not agree with his statement in any format. But what I am saying is that there are more serious issues that affect the youth in this country. We tend to play politics with everything and blow it out of proportion. I do not agree with him as a youth that we want free food, we want everything for nothing, without adding value. But I am saying that rather than making a mountain out of a molehill, there are more serious issues that affect the youth. We are talking about not too young to run bill that says that at a particular age you could actually be a leader. But we are not thinking about mentorship. The leaders that we have today, at 60, as a leader, as a politician, you should be able to point to your children. We have the likes of Asiwaju Tinubu today because Awolowo mentored people, brought them up. Age will not be the only condition, the only qualification for leadership. You can't say because I'm young, therefore I should go and lead, even when I've not been given an opportunity to develop my potentials to the level at which I'll be able to lead. But we should be talking more about investing in the youth, putting a lot of things so that by the time this phase is gone and then they are coming up, they will be able to take charge. People that are about 60 and above now should be thinking about what happens 20, 30 years when they are no longer here, because they have kids